scary stories.
I have something scary and spooky to show you here. Scary stories for Halloween and even Thanksgiving. The Terrifying Old Men Series 1. Old Men, what happens when you notice that most freezers are filled with dismembered body parts of victims who suffered the exact same way you would if your throat was repeatedly stabbed and you bled to death, but only if you were lucky. Many victims are conscious and they are boiled and skinned. But turkeys aren't even animals, laughed the old man, rubbing his fat belly. The culture he lived in was full of people who were against animal cruelty, yet they giggled at his cruel words as they smacked their wet lips and stuffed their black-eyed faces with their victims' flesh. Oh. Another old man yelled, "Stop saying we hurt babies. I don't hurt baby animals." And then he kept screaming, "Shut up, shut up." So he could remain smug and ignorant that the big turkey carcass in his kitchen belonged to a 6-month-old baby bird, bred unnaturally obese and sick, never known love or kindness, raised by flesh ghouls, far from his mom. The third old man nodded, smiling, and said he knew just how horrific animal agriculture was. Not only that, but he knew just how damaging to the environment eating flesh was. When he asked why he still ate flesh, he erupted in sheer black anger. Should I stop driving cars as well? Yeah, ride the subway. Public transit saves wildlife rather than suburban sprawl. He rationalized his eating of dismembered body spot parts of tortured baby animals, mutilated so they wouldn't bite and hurt each other as they go crazy in crowded sunless sheds, because he couldn't be perfect. And also stopped driving cars, wondering if he would begin eating cats and dogs because he still can't stop driving cars. The same philosophy. Look up factory farm videos like meat.org and meatvideo.com for the scariest horror films in real life that you'll ever see. And finally, so many old men think of themselves as good people because they love cats and dogs. They talk about how smart this dog or cat they knew was. They bond with other old men over their love of animals because all good people love animals. When will they recognize their own terrifying cognitive dissonance? Because pigs, birds, can even talk. Fish are amazingly smart and sentient and feel the same. Do you know all of these old men, any of them, or a young person whose heart is old, decrepit, lacking empathy and frozen as those of these poor old men, shaped by the culture they were born into, unable to even imagine what flesh ghoul monsters they really are? Did you know that turkeys purr like kittens? Meatvideo.com. That turkeys purr like kittens when you pet them and love them. Bright-eyed, 6-week-old piglets can figure out how a mirror works. Cows carry their babies for 9 months just like us. Our culture sanctifies human moms like saints. When humans have doubled in 50 years and killed off 69% of wildlife, overpopulating, they force-bred other animals. Do you have any idea that their babies are treated to satisfy your unhealthy dairy cheese addiction? Watch Dairy is Scary on YouTube. Birds are most abused for eggs, actually. And shellfish are boiled alive for a bite like shrimp. Out of all the scary evil in the world, no evil is as widespread or victimizes as many animals with sheer merciless and human supremacist prejudice against sentient, non-human animals. The worst Halloween horror doesn't compare to the real-life horror of the victims of human supremacy. Watch Dominion.org today. Stop. In a flesh being a flesh-eating ghoul. Wow. Also organic, not to poison the bees, birds, bugs, water, and ourselves. And simply leave animals alone. Public transit, smaller families, child-free, organic, vegan, saves. Dominion.org, meat.org, watch. Hot dogs made of dogs. Watch meatvideo.com right now if you're not scared of the truth. Baby animals are more resilient than you.